Hello guys, welcome to Dan's IT Network. And for today's videos, we'll talk about private IP address versus the public IP address. Okay, so what is a private IP address? Well, these are IP addresses that are within the local area network and cannot be used outside, which is on the internet. So basically, it can only be used internally inside the local network. Okay? And when we talk about public IP addresses, this is the vice versa of the private IP address. Meaning is they can only be used outside, which is on the internet. And public IP addresses cannot be used, okay, inside the local network. All right. So we have 5 classes of private IP address. Okay, so the first one is the class A private addresses, wherein the IP address should be on this range, okay, from 10.0.0.0 up to 10.255.255.255, and its subnet mask it should be 255.0.0.0. Okay, so this is an example of a class A private IP address. Okay, it starts with 10.32.10.100. Okay, and let's say let me change this 10 to 11. So now, is this a valid class A private address? Well, the answer is no, because it is not. It does not fall within the range. Okay, so this can be considered now as a public IP address. Okay, and another thing is, let's say for example, you are at your house, okay, and you're using a cell phone. So let's say you navigate the google.com, which is you use the internet, right? And then let's say your IP address is this one, which is the 10.32.10.100. So what will happen here? Since you are at your house, right? This is the IP address that is registered on the phone. Once it goes out, okay, to the internet, then the private address will be converted into a public IP address, okay, with the use of NAT, the network address translation. Okay, so that's what will happen though. Okay, so private address is only available, as I mentioned, internally. Okay, and next is the class B private address. So class B, as long as the range is from 172.16.0.0 up to 172.31.255.255. Okay, so there's an example in here. Okay, so can you guess, is this a valid IP private address on the class B or it's not? Well, the answer is it is not. Why? It's because it's on the 32 in here, and on this portion is the last should be 31. Okay, you see 1722.31.255.255, and this one is on the 32. Okay, it's not within the network IP address range. Okay, so this is not considered as a class B IP address. So this is a public. All right. Let's say I would like to change this to 31. Okay. Now this is already now a valid class B private address. Okay. But how about if I will change this 4 to 5? Okay. Well, still, this is a valid Class B IP private address. However, since it's on the 255.255 and it's on the Class B, and the subnet mask is 255.255.0.0, then this will be then the broadcast IP address. Meaning is you cannot use this as an available host on a network because it's a broadcast address. Okay, but still, this is a valid Class B private address. Okay, it's just that it's a broadcast IP address. And next is the Class C private address. So this is the most common used one, all right? The Class C, the range are from 192.168.0.0 up to 192.168.255.255, okay? And the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. This is the subnet mask, okay? So this portion, this is, as long as this have a 255 on the subnet mask, it indicates that this is the network ID and this is the host ID. And on the class B, this is the network and this is the host. And on the class A, this is the network and this is the host. And if we will compare this, like if we will match this subnet mask on the IP address, then definitely that's same thing. This will be the network ID and this one will be the host ID. And on the class B, this will be the network ID and this is the host ID. And on class C, this is the network ID and this is the host ID. Okay, so let's provide an example of class C private IP address. Let's bring out the most common used one. Okay, 192.168.1.1. Okay, so this is a class C private address. But let's say if I will change this to, let's say I'll change this to one. Let's say I would like to change this to 169. Okay, so now since it was changed into 169, okay, it does not fall now within the range. Okay, so meaning that this is already now a public IP address. Okay, that's it. It's easy, right? And what else? On the class D, right? This is for multicast purposes. Okay. Well, there are no private addresses that are available on this class D. Okay, because they are reserved for multicast purposes. And an example of multicast purposes is since it's a one is to many, like a video conference, okay, live streaming, online gaming. Okay, so that is an example of multicast, right, for the class D. And for class E, um, same thing is it doesn't have an available private addresses, okay, because this class E is reserved for experimental purposes. Okay, so meaning of the experimental purposes is we cannot use them on a network. It cannot be a host, and they are not, of course, they are not routable, right? And they are like a reserve, okay, reserve IP address for future purposes, okay, and it will allow our developers, okay, if they want to conduct a or perform an experiment, then they can use the IP address of the class E. Well, I do have a other tutorial regarding the class E network. Okay? But on this tutorial, I would just like to show you that on class E is we don't have an available private addresses.